The world of Middle-earth is changing. The beauty of the elves fades. It passes into legend, into myth, into dreams. The ancient spirits of earth, fire, air, and water, who once roamed this earth freely, are forgotten. But it was not always so. In Eregion long ago, the elves were given secret knowledge to forge great rings of power. They were precious beyond all else, for within each was bound the strength and will to rule. But they were deceived, for the giver of this knowledge was evil's great servant, Sauron. In the fires of Mordor he forged in secret one ring to rule them all. And with it Sauron enslaved the races of Middle-earth. But not all light diminished, for some stood fast. The ring was cut from Sauron's hand. Isildur, ruler of all free men, performed this deed. But he became weak, and the line of men failed. The ring escaped him as history became legend. Legend became myth. And things that should not have been forgotten were lost. Thus the third age of Middle-earth began. But the realms of man divided, and their great cities weakened. And in this age the evil powers again arise, yet some hoped for unity in the face of the coming darkness. To Rivendell the elves called the greatest of all races. With them came Boromir, son of Gondor's steward. And there, at the Council of Elves, a great and desperate plan was conceived. Join us in our quest. Face the power of Mordor, and help to turn the tide. Welcome, warrior of Gondor. Your road here will not be an easy one. Much will be risked in the war that is to come. But you will justify my trust. This I sense with all my heart.
Stand aside, creature. You are in my way.
Return to the shadow, slave of Sauron. What grace has been given to me, let it pass to him. Let him be spared. To you I bestow this gift of my people. It braces the soul and binds the hearts of others.
I live because of your bravery, my lady. What favor might I grant you?
There is no time. Hurry, we must find you equipment and heal your wounds.
Yes, my friend, I have marked you upon the long road from Minas Tirith. You come to Rivendell at the bidding of Lord Denethor. Your great captain, Boromir, has been summoned north, and you ride in his shadow. Yet others are aware of his mission. For a great evil has arisen in the east that threatens all of Middle-earth. A sinister force has been sent in pursuit of your lord. But now it has found you.
I heard a voice. On the road.
Yes, I know.
Who could it?
Patience.
I'm looking for Boromir of Gondor. Have you seen him?
No, but I do see orcs ahead. Inside, Gondorian. Your wounds must be healed.
Weapons. Provisions. The elves are very resourceful.
Long have we kept such way stations for times of great need.
I am Berethor, captain of the Citadel Guard of Gondor.
And I am Idriel. I serve Galadriel, Lady of Light. Take what you need, and let us be on our way. Crevan spies! My caravan is in danger!
Those crows seem guided by some fell purpose.
It is the hand of Isengard. The White Wizard has betrayed us. Hurry!
Idriel is one of the elves of Middle-earth. They are a departing race, leaving these shores. For years beyond count, they lived in harmony with this world, awed by its wonders. This elf is a warrior among her kind. Do not underestimate them. Many have lived thousands of years, and possess wisdom and ability far beyond that of mortal men. And now one of their kind has smiled upon you. The elves forsake Middle-earth, never to return. Some of them shall briefly shelter at Rivendell. But evil grows strong in the Tower of Orthanc, for one of my kind now serves the enemy. Saruman the White has embraced madness and rages against this land. He covets greater power than you can imagine. I have learned firsthand of Saruman's audacity. Your sword is much needed here.
Orcs are amongst them!
There are too many! They have no chance!
Help me defend them!
You'll pay for that,
They will trouble you no longer.
You have found him.
What do you mean by that?
It is nothing. Hasten to Rivendell. I have cleared the road for you.
I am grateful, but you must return now to the passes. We saw evidence of recent battle there.
Come, Gondorian. Some may still survive.
With every elf that sails across the Western Sea, Middle-earth is diminished. Some travel far from the heart of Elvendom on Earth, realm of the Lord Celeborn. Those you met are all that remain of a group that crossed these mountains. They make for the harbor, to the Grey Havens, and then beyond the White Towers, far beyond. But the gift of the elves is their ability to shape the unseen world. Lothlorien is defended by one of the wisest and most wonderful of these ancient beings. She has the ability to see far and peer deep into the soul of others.
A man, badly wounded.
Wait for the wargs to approach.
They'll kill him. Hold on!
Hello, lovelies.
You live?
No thanks to you. Can't you see I was hunting them? You want to use the crows? Lure the wargs in close. They kill faster that way.
You were of the Dunedain.
At your service, lady. You meant to help me, so perhaps you may.
Perhaps you should finish off the rest of the pack first.
This realm is far more dangerous than you can imagine, Bellathor. The elves guard their ancient ruins and patrol these hills, but their numbers dwindle. The only other force able to offer resistance is a small band of Dunedain rangers. They are the survivors of a fallen kingdom, yet still silently defend these lands. For now, huge wargs roam the country. countryside. They will slay many who are innocent of the danger, unless you lend the Rangers your aid. I see you have found our campsite. And yes, we did shelter here from Saruman, but to no avail. His spies spotted us miles away. But we pressed on, forsaking the easy southern route for a more dangerous passage over the mountains. But the White Wizard held other plans, and that route was denied us. Know this, Gondorian. We are not far ahead of your brave company.
What are you doing?
You want to be sure they're good and dead. Some are mighty hard to kill.
Not even these sacred places are safe.
How do I know I can trust this one?
I vouch for him. In the name of the Lady of the Galadrim.
That is good enough for me.
And how do I know I can trust you? Where did you get those wounds?
At the hands of a Mordor orc, whose life I intend to shorten considerably. In the pass of Kahadras, we were attacked by goblins. We slew all but the orc, who escaped with something of great value to me.
Who is this wee ranger?
I was in the company of a dwarf. A friend, actually.
And what did this orc take from you?
You helped me slay him, and you shall find out.
You rangers from the north are full of riddles! And who are you to speak for a ruler of elves?
You must help me return to Lothlorien and warn the Lady Galadriel of these dangers. Then you will know all.
We should find one of the enemy's altars. After what I did to him, that orc would be in need of healing himself.
Come, Gondorian. We shall attend to my matters in due course.
Yes, you have found a place where the ancient spirits of air, fire, earth, and water who once graced this world may still be found. Some beings glide through the airs around you, timeless and wise. Mighty forces also stir the deep, and can still be called upon in times of great need. Powers of fire and light bring life to this realm, and are held by the wise as the most potent and dangerous forces. And great spirits of the earth yet animate the living wood of this world, for it too breathes the mystery of life. Elves are the keepers of this wisdom and guardians of this ancient force, for make no mistake about it, bound within their craft, their weapons, and their very being is some small measure of the gods, a living gift that has endured through many ages. Find it and use it wisely, for it contains power beyond measure.
So tell us, Ranger, what happened back there in the pass?
It was a bewitched fight, voices echoing down from the mountains. Then lightning struck all around us. The dwarf fought like one possessed, but a landslide carried him away. Before he fell, he gave me a map, presented to him by Elrond of Rivendell as a gift of friendship. But I could not withstand the dark powers that ruled the mountain that night. While I lay there burning, that Mordor orc ripped the map away and fled down the mountain. That map revealed the location of the secret entrance to a forgotten realm
Moria.
Yes. The greatest city of the dwarves, whose location was lost during the Great Wars. And whose halls are rumored to still be stalked by a terrible monster.
And what of the dwarf?
If that map leads us to Moria's hidden gate, I expect we shall find him nearby. It would take more than a few goblins to stop that dwarf.
I will lay open to you Moria's secrets, and they are many. Khazad-dûm, the greatest of dwarven halls, lies along an old elven road that carried trade between Hollin and Moria. At the walls of Moria, invisible dwarf doors bar western entry. Even their own creators cannot find them if their secret is forgotten. But should the gates be mastered, the mazes of halls and tunnels within the mountain are vast. And the 4-day journey to the other gate will not be an easy one, should foul creatures still prowl those halls. If I were you, I would track our party and follow behind, should we master the gates of Moria. War is soon to come to our time. Even now, Saruman sends forth his cruel orc servants. I escaped his trap at Orthanc, and now he seeks to hunt me down ere I finish my task. Understand that a great eye watches all in the darkness, building in power as it prepares to destroy this world. As I speak within your mind, Saruman rallies the wild men to his cause. They will...
Fresh tracks. The dwarf came this way.
He is heavy for one so small.
I'd be careful not to say that around him.
Quiet! Both of you. I hear something.
Well, Ranger, it's about time!
This dwarf who joins your company heralds from a people who hold themselves apart from other races. But they are a race that feels deeply, and when deciding upon trust, their friendship lasts many lifetimes. I have met a few of these stout fellows in my time. They appear small, but are not to be trifled with. Do remember, as you enter their ancestral home, that their pride, greed, and stubborn magnificence created this now decaying wonder.
Look! Elves prowl the shore! Get them all! What is this thing?
Prepare to fire!
Fire!
Watch out! Those tentacles are powerful!
Excellent! They're digging a way in!
He has opened the gate!
I knew he was good for something. Stand back! It shall be a dwarf who first enters Moria. The rumors are true. Balin has failed. My people have failed.
This fight took place decades ago. Their bodies returned to dust.
These great dwarf lords stood here for thousands of years, Elf, and this abomination took place before them. I do not find that amusing. Some small measure of their great power remains hidden here. I can feel it.
Let me help you reclaim it. For your people.
7 rings of power were given to the dwarf lords, great miners and craftsmen of the mountain halls. But they were deceived by the Dark Lord Sauron. And in time, their kingdoms fell into ruin. But the dwarves hold many secrets, and few are graced to share their language. The secret runes of their ancient kings remain lost in these empty halls. It is your secret to find, my friend. And now, brave friend, your band must enter a charnel house, for here lie the bodies of many dwarven generations. Many were slaughtered by invading orcs that bred and multiplied in Moria's darkness. Now they rule the vast halls and spread through the corridors and mines. But they do not rule Moria. That is the province of another, more powerful being. Tread carefully in the darkness, for you enter a world of enemies. Move swiftly, for if you do not, they shall find you. Very good. You have now entered the long dark of Moria. Moria is a lost civilization that spans many ages. And in the deep places of this world, foul terrors still dwell, filled with wrath and malice. I expect you found the landscape changed since we recently passed through. That was the work of the Watcher in the water. For what good are words of opening, or enchanted doors for that matter, against such ancient powers? Saruman admires the warg, the terrible creation that mocks the wolf. To spread terror, he unleashed them upon the lands surrounding Isengard. They are fast and powerful creatures, able to bring down a horse and rider. Few can withstand their attack. There is evidence they invaded Moria, but I avoided their dens. I hope you are as fortunate.
Sometimes the little ones are hardest to kill.
I might resent that remark, but I think you're right.
What have you got there?
It would appear we have discovered the last delving of the dwarves. The great Mithril pit.
And that mine would likely lead us to the other side of the mountain, would it not?
So what do we wait for? Let us follow it!
I see you found your way deep into Moria's Mithril mines. For that was the true wealth of this realm. Hard as dragon scales, but light as a feather. It has no rival in times of war. Some seek it unto death. Some are given it freely. The lands you passed through were built around its trade, Now none dare seek it in these dark halls. Do not fear as you wander Moria's mazes, for powerful beings such as I are here to aid you. For many long years I have played the role of a grey wanderer across the lands of Middle-earth. Another, the white wizard Saruman, calls himself the leader of our order. But Saruman chose to see afar, to see all, and in his greed he became enslaved. We have had, you see, a falling out. And thus his servants have forced our party to skirt Saruman's domain. For he hopes that within Moria I shall fall to a greater power than even he possesses. You have found our campsite. That is very good indeed. You have also found Boromir, for he has traveled with us since Rivendell. Have you considered, Belethor, precisely why you were compelled to seek him? Many that live deserve death, and some that die deserve life. Do not be too eager to deal out death and judgment. Even the very wise cannot see all ends.
How can we open this?
We will have to unlock Moria's secrets first.
Yes, before the goblins trap us here.
They know it not, but these wretched orcs are trapped within these halls. They hide from the sun, but more do they fear their new master. They awaken him in times of great need, yet always fall victim to his terrible wrath. The orc breed knows only fear and domination. It does not matter their size. Remember this lesson well, for there are much more powerful orcs upon your road. And some I hope you never encounter. Long have I walked the forgotten paths of Middle-earth, and oft I studied the treasury of their past. Thousands of years ago, elves fought in a last alliance with men, overthrowing the evil of Sauron. But their animosity towards dwarves extends further back in time. None speak of deeds that divided them, but ancient distrust still burns in the hearts of both races.
Have you heard nothing Lord Elrond has said? The ring must be destroyed.
And I suppose you think you're the one to do it. So much your feeble. No one trust an elf.
You witness a rare thing, Gondorian. Elf and dwarf united in uneasy fellowship. But as you travel these lands, your small company faces the same old hatreds. Unite them, for the remaining treasures of Moria will not be surrendered without a fight. You are graced, my friend, for the Lady of the Light guards and guides you. The elves channel the powers of fire, air, earth, and water, for they are the firstborn. Should you survive Moria, it is likely you will see their realm, despite the evil you carry with you. For many long ages has the Lady Galadriel fought the Shadow, but it has not claimed her. Go now and finish your task. They await you beneath the trees. Orcs are a cruel race, their nature shaped by the hatred of the Dark Lord. destruction and pain are all they know. And in Moria, they have become a small, cruel breed the elves call goblins. I shall tell you more should we survive our current encounter with these creatures.
What do we have here?
Can't you tell by the wrapping of the shaft? It's the last axe ever forged in Moria. A respected ranger.
I'm sorry, my friend. I meant no disrespect.
As you have learned, my friend, dwarves are formidable tunnel fighters. Now, as you behold their shattered armories, you glimpse weapons wielded long in the defense of Moria. Tools and devices of war, large and small, were forged here. Some have been lost, some recently found, but the greatest of all still remains hidden. Not only the dwarves have inhabited these mountains, for this huge range divides Middle-earth east from west. Long ago, on the eastern slopes, orcs slew Isildur, the king of Gondor, and have since infested these crags. Other creatures, such as Gollum, also sought refuge here. But now that the northern passes are sealed, scant few inhabit this ghostly realm, save for goblins.
We have found it, at last!
What is this? Never before have I seen such armor.
It is yours now. In memory of your people.
Aye, in memory of them all.
It is time to find our fellowship, Gondorian. I can no longer hold back the Balrog's gaze. He senses we are here. We must reach Balin's tomb before he does to escape behind us. Hurry!
Listen!
What is this?
Fool of a took! Throw yourself in next time, rid us of your stupidity.
Wait, I see something. What do you say to this, dwarf?
That would be a key to a very important item. Something kept at the throne room. Perhaps a book of secrets.
Can you lead us there? Time is running out!
I think we have found more than we bargained for.
It is a Balrog of Morgoth!
We must master our fear. Follow that creature. It is our only way out.
It is no use. The path is destroyed. We must fall back and find another way.
Yes, there is a secret way through Moria, but I did not need to search for it, as you must. I cannot reveal the secrets of the elves. You must learn them yourself. The dwarves designed their defenses so they might emerge from hidden doors and surprise their foes. Let us hope you can open this portal before your enemies surprise you.
Well, we have found it. Moria's Book of Secrets.
We cannot take it with us.
No, but I shall open it.
Here it is. Andalui Ven. I can speak the words, but I cannot find the door.
Of course not. That would require cunning beyond the mind of an elf. Yes, witch, your people serve to secure our doors and seek our mithril, but you are never the power behind our throne. Then, now, or ever.
Words hold great power to capture the mind, to enrage the heart. But it is things that cut to the heart of the matter. You cannot hide. I see
I believe we are here, dwarf. No more secrets.
Aye. There through our craft lies the hidden door.
Andalui Ven.
This road leads to the Great Hall of Records, where we are likely to find yet other secrets.
You now witness the marvels I journeyed through. Let me risk a little more light. This is Dwarodelf, of old filled with light and splendor, now merely a goblin hunting ground. Seek the shattered tomb, and beside it a dead troll. Enter more deeply at your own peril.
Something comes.
The Balrog has found us!
Seek shelter! That creature seeks the wizard! We must reach them first!
This one is easy to track.
He melts the very rock. I have never seen such power.
Here, you lead on, so you may see him first.
Their fear of the Balrog is passing.
Now is the time to cut them down!
I wouldn't be too hasty. They're moving above us.
Hold back! They're trying to surround us!
Dark Lord Sauron has enslaved many in his rise to power in Barad-dûr. Long ages ago, the evil of Mordor formed into being the Troll. Another mockery of life. Many of his breed have been enslaved to serve his fell purpose. And now the very Troll that destroyed your dwarven friend's sons seeks him to finish this grim task.
Goblin scum have defaced this place. My lord, I apologize. I shall avenge your honor.
A spy! He is going to warn others!
Gerith filleth nin. Come!
You are close now, Gondorian, about to leave the realm of the dwarf for the world of the elf. But you are of the world of men and can never fully understand elven ways. For long ages they protected Middle-earth, but their time here ends. They will retire to their final port, and from there sail out of your history. But there is one whom they trust, and who you will serve in the years to come. Aragorn of the Dunedain will be crowned king, and you are destined to play a role in that.
Wall drums must be silenced!
We must attack them at range!
And quickly! The longer we wait, the more goblins that shall be called! This must be a burial house of great honor.
Aye, here lie the lords of Moria.
Carefully. I don't want to join them.
What would be in this sarcophagus?
It is the last of my kin, if you must know. Tomb guards! It's an ambush!
I shall reveal what I know of your companion, for dwarves share well the stories of their fellows. Your dwarven friend's life is wreathed in sorrow. His sons traveled with Balin to Moria. No mirth did they find there. The goblins slew all his sons, and I fear the trolls devoured them. You will find little warmth in this dwarf, for this dark knowledge turned his heart to stone. In my own journey to Moria, I traveled with another dwarf, Gimli, son of Gloin. I regret you will not behold the nature of dwarves that I experienced. This is the only way to pass through Moria. The bridge of Khazad-dûm. The dwarves built great defenses here. To approach, you must traverse towering stairs, exposed to flanking fire from stone galleries. Finally, a narrow choke point to hold invaders while they marshal their defenses. Now you shall behold me, Gondorian. Our journeys merge here, briefly.
Look, the bridge of Khazad-dûm.
I am a servant of the secret fire, a wielder of the flame of Arnor. You cannot pass!
The Grey Wizard faces the Balrog!
We must hurry down there before the trolls reach us!
Too late. They are upon us!
All right, troll. Let's settle the score.
I'm still with you, my friend. I see you enter Lothlorien. My companions journeyed through these woods not long ago. They will allow you passage, but know that this is not a gift often granted. You will not enter the heart of their kingdom, merely a brief glimpse of it, so that you might understand. They are elves, immortal, and graced with powers beyond your imagining. While they remain in Middle-earth, they will aid those free people who prove worthy. Begin your journey now, back to the world of men. Bring with you both honor and a pure heart, for to be cleansed the White City demands it. To do this, you must gather those artifacts of the ages that still contain ancient power. With these you hold some measure of the elves' past greatness. Become our champion. Face the power of Mordor and help to turn the tide. I know who it is that you seek. Boromir, son of Denethor, has come to their realm, and we have taken his full measure. Others, too, visited these woods. Some have found what they sought, others know what they must do. They have left Lothlorien and journeyed south. For theirs is a long road filled with danger. You fall behind, for they have taken the river and passed through hostile lands to the falls of Braros. The elves will grant you and your small company gifts to aid you in your quest. They will guard and guide you to Rohan's plains. If your heart is true, you will find a way to continue on the path they have opened before you.
A company of Uruk-hai passed this way.
What of the party from Rivendell?
It's difficult to tell. Wait. Here.
You should not scout so far ahead. These lands are filled with danger.
Have you been following us?
For many days. Your companion requested it.
Yes. I cannot protect all of you all of the time.
I am perfectly able to defend myself.
I have buried others who spoke those words.
I thank you for your aid. How may I be of service?
We must cleanse these gullies. Help me assemble patrols so we may cut past the rear guard of Uruk-hai.
You need not tarry in this place. For Boromir, eldest son of Denethor, will never reach these lands. He has passed from this world. He traveled in the company of great warriors, but in his heart he desired their overthrow.
Couldn't be mine! It should be mine! Give it to me!
To his redemption, he fell defending the weakest of them. He was struck down by the Uruk-hai of Saruman, who now roam freely in these lands. The mission you were given has ended. You are free of your burden. Join us in our quest. These are perilous times for Eomer, Chief Marshal of the Mark and nephew to King Theoden. He alone challenges the king's advisor, Grima Wormtongue, a base and deceitful tool of Saruman. Through Grima, the White Wizard has captured the mind of the king. And by Theoden's feeble hand, Eomer and his most loyal men have been banished upon pain of death. Still, his riders will not abandon the plains of Rohan. Seek them, for their loyalty lies upon our side, and they will be trusted allies in times of need.
Careful, my friend.
What is that grinding sound?
I believe this is the den of a very old, very hungry warg.
He almost took me head off! Hurry, in here! We have a real battle on our hands!
You leave behind the strength of the elves, but you do not travel alone. Great powers have been thrown down, and new powers have arisen. The world is again changing. And as a departing gift, the elves will do their part. Stay true to your course, for help will come when you require it most. Saruman raises his own mounted force to hamstring Rohan's power. These huge creatures easily bring down a horse and rider, and once unhorsed, few survive for more than a few final, terrible moments. These servants of the Dark Lord grow large upon the plains. Remember this, Gondorian. Again, on the other side.
You are transformed.
Yes, the need is great.
What are you doing here?
At this moment, warning you of orcs ahead. The Ent Shepherds must command Fangorn to defend itself. For only they can compel the trees to uproot themselves. For the power of the earth to survive, they must awaken. And should they wake, they must then decide to march to war. Saruman prepares his army. We must prepare ours. Yes, I do return. And in the time thereafter, I found myself returned to this world and to your needs. I shall soon find my friends and lead them upon their journey. It is now up to you to reach the plains of Rohan. Convince Irma of your allegiance. Saruman still tugs at your mind. I can sense it. For long has he sat at the center of our councils. We know Saruman for what he is, now that he has betrayed members of his order. I could not be held in his trap, but now Saruman sets one for you. He turns Rohan against its defenders and seeks to ambush or betray all who come to its defense. You must gather Irma's scattered Rohirrim. Assemble east of Helm's Deep. There I shall meet them. Some of the party you met in Moria hunt orc in these lands. You must track them. Aragorn of the Dunedain is a relentless ranger. He shall find others of his company in due course. Saruman's Uruk-hai now roam these lands. They will reach Fangorn, where great events will be set in motion as Master Elrond foretold. Saruman's Uruk-hai are close now to achieving their goal. They reach the edge of Fangorn Forest. but Eomer's Rohirrim will not grant them permission to survive the night. Saruman's mind devises many treacheries. His schemes lead him to create a terrible war against this land. Mark them well. They will be used against Rohan many times in the war to come.
We plan to ambush some Isengard Uruk-hai.
What shall my group do?
Prepare to charge when he opens fire.
I shall tell you more concerning Boromir, son of Denethor. His heart was troubled by his father's command, for he knew Denethor's cause was not just. Denethor coveted great power at all cost, even the loss of both of his sons. You will find when you reach Minas Tirith that only the power of the elves gives you force to resist the corruption that besets the world of men. Place your trust in your elf companion, for she has served me for long ages, and her heart is true. Long has the river Anduin flowed from the heart of Middle-earth to the far reaches of Gondor, and long have the elves defended it. Kings of Númenor sat upon tall seats of stone, surveying this realm. For across it traveled enemies of both man and elf. Easterlings from Rhûn, orcs from Mordor, and now Saruman's Uruk-hai. Rohan, home of the Horse Lords. The people of the Riddermark are strong and proud. Rohan knows little of the elves, for they do not press them by their presence. At Meduseld, the court of Edoras, dwelled Theoden, king of Rohan. Do not hope for his welcome, for Saruman has stolen his mind. Long has Rohan been the ally of your kingdom of Gondor, but like their king, the ties grow weak. Saruman prepares war upon Rohan, and it shall come soon. Already he incites the wild men, Rohan's ancient enemy.
There are too many.
Behind the horse, a captive, still alive.
You have strange powers, lady.
Long have my people defended you unseen.
I am grateful, for I was cut off from my fellows. I did not expect to survive the night.
Travel with us. We shall help you find your company, so you may rejoin them.
Here, our forces must part ways. We shall meet again before you leave this land.
I will fulfill my part in this. He shall prove worthy of our trust.
So, now we're pushed into hostile land, lost, on foot, and without aid. This is a marvelous quest you're leading us on.
What business does an elf, a man, and a dwarf have in the Riddermark?
We come in friendship. We search for a company of fellow warriors. Mithrandir seeks you. Assemble your forces and meet him east of Helm's Deep.
Gandalf has long been our trusted advisor. We shall marshal followers as quickly as possible. What of you?
The wizard requested I aid in rallying your men.
Look for your friends, but do not trust to hope. It has forsaken these lands.
I must gather Irma's scattered force. In this you can lend your aid. Our hopes travel with you. But you must search Rohan, for their legacy is scattered, their powers dispersed. I shall go to Edoras and free their king while you do this. The elves will ready their people for the struggle that comes. War looms. And while I shall attempt to persuade King Theoden otherwise, I expect he will retreat to Helm's Deep for a final stand. Soon, Saruman's evil will be broken and you will be free of him forever. Saruman turns Rohan into a battlefield. He has used his power to drive them into a war they cannot win. He cares not, for the destruction will prevent Rohan from mobilizing in Gondor's defense. One by one, the villages of the Riddermark will burn, their horsemen disperse, their will weaken. As all of the land flees south to Edoras, Saruman's armies will march on what remains.
Hurry! A warrior is trapped here!
I can only kill them once.
Is this your village?
It was. Most are dead. Many of my friends and family have fled this place. Where are they bound? I know not. Perhaps the ford? And south to Edoras.
That is our road.
Then you may join me. I must find them. What do you carry that makes you worthy?
Wrath. Ruin. A few trinkets. That is all that remains of my life here.
Here on the frontier, Rohan's families farm the land and hunt their food. It is not an easy life. In times of need, all able-bodied men ride to war, as did the brothers of this woman who you aided. Scarce in material goods, her family was forced to trade far and wide for necessities, and now their whereabouts are unknown. She now must travel south and search the plains. Aid her in this. for her destiny entwines with yours. I must be brief, Gondorian, for great events have been set in motion. I ride to send Irma to war. Grima flees to Isengard, filled with wrath. Saruman will feed upon his anger and treachery. They will send out their fastest riders to slay the refugees. They will be led by Shaku, a servant whose mind he has long possessed. Others ride ahead of you, Gondorian. Shaku's warg bands fill the hills. Stay alert. You must know how events are changing as you travel toward Edoras. I emerged from Fangorn with my companions. Shadowfax of the Maris of this land consented to carry me forth in haste. We did not tarry, reaching the Golden Hall as quickly as our mounts could carry us. There I shall lift Saruman's curse and steel Rohan for war. The King of Rohan has a son, Theodred, and guards others of his family, Irma, who is banished, and Eowyn, the shield maiden of Rohan. Theoden's son was slain by Saruman's orcs. With him perishes the future of his line. With him perishes Theoden's hope. The king shall despair. This bodes ill for the people of Rohan. Theodred enters the tombs of his forebears, but leaves behind a war that must be won. Gondorian, you must help them defend their kingdom. Their future is up to you. The smallest of this world are about to perform the greatest of deeds. This is foretold. They shall now gather with many of their friends, and the Ents will find the will. They will march now to war, freeing you, my friend.
Thanks to you, we warned all the riders we could. Our force must now gather for war. A great battle comes, and we shall sweep the Uruks from our land. Regroup your force, then drive on towards the Snowborn Bridge. Good luck!
I must tell you now of the role that Ents will play in the war to come. In their innocence, they have lived in Middle-earth through many ages, sometimes in hostility, oft-times in peace. In their arrogance, the Uruk-hai think themselves an unstoppable force who none can master. Saruman's pride will cause his fall. When his army spills from Orthanc, it will be lightly defended. Watch at dawn of a day most desperate, for then their might will be revealed. Saruman counts on the slowness of the Ents to anger. He plans to cut this forest quickly. His orcs tear out the trees to feed his madness. The iron they pound is the sound of their own death warrant. But when the Ent sees the fate of their kind, their rage shall know no bounds.
My family would have fled this way. They did not strike for Edoras. They must risk more dangerous White Mountain paths.
How can we find them in the midst of this?
I suggest you locate one of their maps. Since you now prize the cause of these people over the elves, because of one pretty face.
war in these lands begins. Saruman scouts with his Kreben while he devises his plans. His Uruk-hai scouts now swarm through Rohan, cutting roads and assaulting villages. His main army marshals as an unstoppable force, bound for the heart of Rohan. For Edoras, where we now hasten, cannot be defended against such a horde. If they choose not to face Saruman in the open field, they will retreat to their ancient fortresses. I do not have time now to give you the aid you require, but all shall become clear in time.
You must cross over and reach Snowbourne. It defends the approach to Edoras. I expect Grima to have betrayed it by now. I must gather more men. Mithrandir will soon summon us to battle. Farewell, Gondorian.
Every hour the future of Rohan grows darker. Already those villages that lie near Isengard have been put to the sword. The villagers across the plains fight bravely, seeking to save what they can. Their horses and their future are all that matter to them. All are swept from this land like leaves before the wind. They make their sacrifice, my friend. Will you?
This was the doing of a man they called Grima.
I know this creature. Word of him spread to Gondor.
I thought you were of Rohan.
Only now. My family once served the steward, but his mind was poisoned against my father. I suspect Grima. We must crush this worm now, or he shall intercept the refugee column and slaughter it.
You are young, Gondorian. You have dealt death, but it is not yet a great mill-wheel in your mind. Age perceives it more fully as it grinds away the shell of life. To rise above the pull of the shadow, you must first learn stewardship of others, whose destiny hangs in the balance. This has always been the fate of those who wish to turn base desire toward noble purpose. Saruman has seen beyond the cycles to the greater purposes of life, but he chooses to turn the wheel faster to forward his greed. You are grist in his mill, Gondorian, but you are fated to grow again. Long has Saruman infiltrated the councils of Edoras, and now all of his poisons are hatching. Grima Wormtongue covets much as he weakens the court of Theoden. From within and without, Rohan withers. Eomer was the last bulwark against the tide. Now to survive, he must abandon his king. Wormtongue has not the power nor cunning to bar my entry. His men possess neither the strength nor will to master my companions. Saruman cannot withstand the power of the true white wizard who supplants him. He should be cast down. His spells broken. The King of Rohan is the first restored. Now you must help his people escape the coming storm.
Theoden will not stay at Edoras. It's vulnerable, he knows this. They will flee to Helm's Deep, the great fortress of Rohan. It is a dangerous road to take through the mountains. It will be slow. They will have women and children with them.
My servant has failed. He could not reclaim an item of great value to me. Let the wargs decide his fate. Worm, you will have your revenge upon him. I shall have mine upon the world of men.
We are trapped! Once again!
But now the worm is here with us. Tell me, Grima, why do you betray your kind? Is it for wealth? Power? Subservience to Saruman?
That is a lie. Saruman the White has ever been our friend and ally.
His voice saps the will. He used it to gain entrance.
Yes, he obeys my will. You do not, Gondorian.
Fell sorcery works here, my friend.
Perhaps if I slay your servant, I shall find my freedom.
The courtesy of this hall has diminished of late. The worm lives! He crawls away!
His power here is broken.
So is much of Snowborn. But what survives is because of you. I owe you much. We cannot tarry here. We must reach the high road.
You are close now to Helm's Deep, Rohan's ancient refuge. From here there is no further retreat. Saruman sends his 10,000 Uruk-hai here to shatter Rohan's future. The maiden whose life you saved will have her future changed here as well. And within this fortress, your dwarven friend will find his destiny. For the ranger who befriended him long hoped to reach this fortress. Inside lies more than you can imagine.
I hope this road proves safer than these villages.
No part of this land is safe while Saruman schemes in Orthanc.
We must not delay. If my family took this trail, they are in great peril.
And Theoden, King of Rohan, met in the final moment.
The fate of Middle-earth's held toward the edge.
This cave has long sheltered travelers when they camped in these mountains.
Yes, Dun Harrow and Helm's Deep still harbor ancient treasures.
What remains there is meant for others, she-elf. It is not your affair.
Hold your hate, both of you. This belongs to my mother. I know it from childhood. Mother said it kept the Lord of the Nazgul away. Father always laughed at that.
I fear now I enter their tomb.
Or perhaps ours, lady. The wargs await us.
You are more than a warrior, my friend.
You know us, lady. I am of Rohan's royal guard. The outlying villagers have been warned, so I now journey to Helm's Deep with you.
Where is the horse and the rider? Where is the horn that was blowing? They have passed like rain on the mountains, like wind in the meadow. The days have gone down in the west, behind the hills, into shadow. How did it come to this?
Long have Rohan's horsemen served the Steward of Gondor.
Your people are a formidable force on an open field.
I am not of Rohan. My father served Denethor for many years. I once called Minas Tirith my home.
What happened here?
Warg riders hit one of the refugee columns.
A man and a woman ran here. The woman fell. They huddled here until the end.
Mother. Father.
Come, my lovelies, we may feast again!
almost a sanctuary. This dwarf longs for the feel of solid rock underfoot, the smell of fresh meat on the fire, and a stiff drink.
Well, my friend, it has been a long road. But perhaps here, we shall realize what you have sought.
My people have long thought this the stronghold of Rohan. Now I am not so sure.
We have no choice. This is where we make our stand.
I will welcome death here, and I shall return the favor, manyfold.
The gates have closed! What is your business here? This is the business of the king. I shall allow it! Open the gates!
You know the watchwords. You are of his court. I heard you were in Moria with Gandalf. How are you, my friend?
Oh, it does my heart good to be so close to the mountains. This is good quality rock.
What chance do you give us, Master Gimli?
I hear this fortress has never fallen, not while men defend it.
What do you really think?
None here shall survive.
And why?
This is no rabble of mindless orcs. These are Uruk-hai. Their armor is thick, their shields broad.
And my sword cuts deep.
Remind me never to invite you to my home. Oh, let them come. I am more ready than ever.
Gondorian, you shall now witness a terrible thing. For the wisdom of the Maiar has been corrupted to perfect the killing of other beings. Saruman breeds an army of his own invention. His cunning arms them with weapons for the open plain. He crafts rams, shields, and other tools of warfare that shame my order. And he brings terrible new devices to Middle-earth, weapons that will change your world. In one bold stroke, Saruman hopes to crush Rohan. This is the army he will unleash upon the elves and then upon the world of men.
I want every man and strong lad, able to bear arms, to be ready for battle by nightfall. We will cover the causeway and the gate from above. No army has ever breached the Deeping Wall, or set foot inside the Hornburg. They will break upon this fortress like water on rock. Within these walls, we will outlast them. Get the women and children into the cave.
Yes, Gondorian. All of Rohan's roads lead to Helm's Deep. Many hundreds of refugees now shelter here. Aragorn must lead them, but his road was a hard one.
Lord Aragorn. Where is he?
He fell.
Behind these walls, the future of Rohan huddles in fear. But Aragorn lives. And his strength has led him here.
You look terrible.
Now you all stand in the shadow of Helm Hammerhand, to fulfill his legacy, or to die trying.
There. That's there. Bring. farmers, berries, stable boys. These are no soldiers. All Isengard is emptied. 10,000 strong at least. I fear a bitter fight lies before us. They will be here by nightfall.
Yes, my friend, one who travels your road knows much of Gondor's ruler and his will. She was raised in the court of a steward and exiled to the huts near Rohan's king. For in his greed and madness, Lord Denethor abandons the interests of his realm and the future of his people, all of his people.
The rule of Gondor is mine, and no others.
Fealty with love. Valor with honor. Disloyalty with vengeance.
This is not the first time Denethor has cursed those who once supported him, nor will it be the last.
Here, my friend. You have sought it for many years. The hammer of Helm Hammerhand.
Aye! The hammer of Helm shall ring again in the deep. Let our foes beware!
Your people helped craft this place for Helm. It is fitting he repays the favor.
We never took credit for that. Some deeds require no thanks. But this was almost too easy.
I do not like the looks of this. They're coming.
Legolas of the Woodland Realm. It is a privilege to fight alongside you here.
You do me honor.
What can we few do?
This is a fight we cannot win. It will become a massacre. That is no Orkhorn.
Over the gate!
An alliance once existed between elves and men. Long ago we fought and died together. We are proud to fight alongside men once more.
Is this all you can conjure, Saruman? They've broken through! The castle is breached! Retreat! Retreat! Hurry!
I do not fear them. I fear no one.
You conspired with these creatures. Your treachery is far worse than that of the worm, Grima. I burn both Ent and Horn to forge my army's steel. With their bodies, I created a new power. Now, you are an instrument in its ruin. For this, you shall pay. You are mine, and obey my will. None dare resist me.
rising.
It is first light upon the 5th day. At this moment, the Ents smash into Saruman's fortress. His power is overthrown by a more ancient one. Do you remember now? Does your doom return to you?
You are mine, Gondorian. You shall obey my will. There are none who can resist me. Find Boromir, son of Denethor, for he shall capture an item of great value. Bring it to me. Nothing else matters. Will you do this?
Yes. I obey the white hand of Saruman.
His hold over you is now broken. You are now free. He controls you no more. Do you now understand? She was your guide when you walked in shadow. The darkness has lifted.
And what of you? Are we finished as well?
No. We must descend into the Great War beyond. There, if we survive, the threads of our lives may yet continue.
Yes, Denethor. Saruman sought to entrap you, as he himself was ensnared. But we saw from afar your quality, and we sought to preserve it. When Saruman revealed his malice, we moved in reply. The Lady Galadriel spoke to Idriel, who consented to protect you. I came to Rivendell to prepare our strategy and saw you upon the road. And thus your journey began.
For Theolinda!
Theoden King stands alone.
Not alone.
Rohirrim!
But the power of Mordor grows. Sauron's gaze now falls upon Minas Tirith. I shall hasten to its aid, for there the hammer will fall hardest. All warriors in these lands must come to its defense. It is your future, Gondorian. Now by various roads we all ride to Minas Tirith, and the great war of the Third Age. You have traveled far, Denethor, to the ruins of Gondor's once proud capital, Osgiliath. The men of Gondor are valiant, but they are outnumbered in the contest to come. You aid their cause with warriors and artifacts from the north. Bravery will not be enough against the Dark Lord this time. Sauron opens wide his gates and sends forth a great and terrible horde. Events I help set in motion force his hand. He strikes early, but we must stop him at Minas Tirith. His first waves already stir the Anduin. Hurry to the river, Denethor. There you will find your final test. In his first attack, Sauron tested Osgiliath and the will of Gondor to respond. Then in his second attack, he moved catapults in the eastern ruins. He sent patrols across the river, but only as feints to test Faramir, who led the defense after Boromir. Now Sauron attacks in earnest, ordering them to cross with rafts built in secret. They will overwhelm Faramir's force here. Gondor is too weak to hold such an extended defense. Such is Denethor's folly.
I have fought in this city before.
but it has faded in my mind. Dim. Wraith-like.
I travelled to Osgiliath often as an outrider, and was caught up in the battle that Boromir led here.
I was ordered to marry a warrior who deserted when fighting on that island. For that, my family was banished from Gondor, as was he.
You know, my friend, you could perhaps be his brother. But I'm mistaken. I hardly kept my own head in that fight.
Stay alert. They are almost across.
Here they come.
They shall find us of superior quality.
I know those words. You were here before. You fled in dishonor.
Not this time, my friend.
Stand fast! Hold them here!
The age of men is over.
I shall face him for the sake of Gondor.
My friend, it is time that you learnt a terrible secret about yourself. You fought here with Boromir for his final victory, and it is true that some fled the field in dishonor, escaping across Pelennor fields to the safety of Minas Tirith, to the outrage of Denethor. You were one of those men. He ordered you banished. Now you return. Are you brave enough to learn the truth?
It is rumored the weapon of the enemy has been found, and it has fallen into the hands of the elves. This thing must come to Gondor. You must go. Bring me back this mighty gift.
Like you, Berethor, Faramir too is diminished in the eyes of the steward.
If there's need to go to Rivendell, send me in his stead.
I trust this mission only to your brother, the one who will not fail me.
Now Boromir is no more. Faramir falls back through the ruins. Osgiliath has become Gondor's doom. Gothmog is the most evil of Sauron's lieutenants. His heart is more terrible than his visage. He leads the Mordor army as it crosses the Anduin. He will direct the assault upon Minas Tirith. They will not besiege it. They will assault the walls with great machines of war. Gothmog will leave no survivors. The Dark Lord intends to break the power of Gondor forever. You must fight your way to the city. They will need you there. I will lead you there. Faramir's rangers are a scout force. They are deadly in ambush. These skills have long defended Gondor's borders. They keep safe havens in the woods of Ithilien. Here they return between patrols. But Denethor has called them to the defense of Osgiliath. Here they now stand against the tide. The iron fist of the Orc holds advantage in the ruins of this city. The Rangers need you, my friend. Do not fail them.
Here they come!
Do not let them gain the West Bank. Stop them here.
Get ready.
The time of the Orc has come.
long has this place been contested? It was ruined in ancient days and is now but a battlefield that mocks its former pride. Osgiliath holds Mordor at bay. Control of its bridges has always been key to Gondor, but the Dark Lord long planned these moves. Towers and greater weapons shall cross these waters. What occurs now is in your hands.
Fall back!
I would not get so near if I were you. Not for long.
Faramir abandons the city. We will be surrounded. You must leave her.
I will not fear again.
Then we shall die. They fill the city.
Boromir once spoke of sewers under the city. We must find them.
Yes. Deeper into an occupied city speaks of wisdom. Why do we delay?
We must take to the rooftops to avoid the main orc force. Hurry!
My friends escaped Osgiliath by this route. It will take you to the island. This is an ancient city, built long ago when Gondor's might was still great. But now Mordor marches to its very doorstep. Sauron sends forth huge creatures and ancient enemies of the White City. They cross the river above this very moment, my friend. Be grateful you are here. The moment has come, Idriel. Let them find you.
I know you lurk here.
You recall your banishment by Denethor, your dishonor because of Cardis. And so you came to Rohan and fell to the white hand of Saruman. From this curse you are now freed. But beneath your flesh you still carry a Morgul wound. This is what you do not remember from Osgiliath. This drove you forth in madness. This made you their servant. Now is the time, Berethor, when you must face your hidden fears. When you win freedom from Sauron's curse. You must do this, or they will claim you. Draw you to them for your final test. The Nazgul now ride terrible fell beasts. Raised upon Sauron's malice, they allow them to hunt across all of Gondor. They direct the moves of the armies, drive the orcs forward, and enforce the will of Sauron. The Witch King leads the army, and he will seek me out as I lead the defense of your city. You must master your fear and drive them away from the troops. Give them time to escape in groups. Otherwise, the Nazgul will slaughter Faramir's men as they attempt to withdraw from Osgiliath.
Get to Idriel! We will hold the beach!
Capture that raft! We shall need it to leave here! Idriel! been here before. What vile sorcery has been done to me?
You shall learn. The Witch King of Angmar comes.
Morgul blade. Wait. I've seen this before. I was struck by this. Here, on this island.
Your mind is journeyed in shadow. We wanted you here, Gondorian. Full of power to throw open the gates of West and sow terror. Now, fulfill the will of Sauron. Submit to the power of the Nazgûl. Bow to me.
I cannot harm him.
He is immune to your power. He created you. The elves held back his enchantment with their artifacts, so he could not turn you into one of his kind. But his fell power still exists within you, embedded deep upon the tip of a Morgul blade.
Then I shall remove it. I am free of you, creature. Now face me!
You are strong enough now to survive that. I did not think you would dare. Now, let us dare together.
I welcome it, my friend.
Sauron and Nazgul cannot withstand our power.
The Orc army marches upon your heels, but you must ride north, into the hills above Pelennor. Do not enter the city. Wait until the enemy has passed. Grant me a day or two. I must first prepare Minas Tirith, for the Steward of Gondor is an unwilling ally. Denethor lets the White Tree wither. The defenses fall into ruin. The people lose hope. He banishes his most trusted advisors, using Morwen's troth and your cowardice as just cause. He will not welcome you gladly. I shall light the beacons of war and marshal the defenses. I shall even take command of the city if the steward has fallen into darkness. I will summon you at the time of greatest need. Until then, rest and prepare for the great war of our time.
Gondor has abandoned the city. The orcs have won this fight.
You have given me so much, lady. Do not have the words to say what is in my heart.
Upon the other side, our fates ever shall draw apart. It is Morwen for whom you are destined.
Slay them all.
It is good to see you here. Your force must divide and stop the invaders. Find me higher up in the city when you are through.
Let me join you, my friend. My hammer longs for troll flesh.
Many have been bent to the Dark Lord's will, my friend. Now you know how he intended to use you. You were to open wide the gates, slay and spread ruin within the city. You were to be the Dark Lord's shadow amongst your people, an instrument of terror and death. You were to burn the citadel and to cut the white tree. Everything that you have done upon your road, and all that we have lent to you, was to burn away the shadow of evil that was laid upon you. I have seen in you a portion of my hope for the future of men, dimmed by evil but not corrupted. Now you have overcome the darkness. You are free.
There are more orcs! Behind us!
We must go deeper into the city, with haste!
Nazgul!
Forward! To the gate!
Stone walls and steel blades are not the true measure of the strength of a realm. Their will and their character are what define them in times of peril. Men look to their leaders to reflect their better natures, their hopes and dreams. But ambition and greed can cause the mighty to fall, and in their descent all their people share their peril. In his greed, I fear that Denethor has reached too far and has fallen into darkness.
Do you think the eyes of the White Tatar are blind? I have seen more than you know. I will not bow to this ranger from the north.
Authority is not given to you to deny the return of the king, steward.
The rule of Gondor is mine!
The steward has failed. The fate of Gondor is up to us.
The gates are secure. Identify yourselves.
I am Berethor, formerly of the Citadel Guard.
I have heard of you. Your banishment is still in force, but we need every sword.
Are the streets ahead secure?
No. Orcs with torches scaled the walls. They burn homes and shops behind us.
This is my city, and even Denethor cannot prevent my defending it.
Very well, then. Defend our catapults as you travel through. We must drive the orcs away from the walls. Mithrandir is above, rallying the soldiers. He spoke of you earlier. He is wise beyond all my knowing.
We have fought together. Now I must quench the fires that separate us.
Above, the battle rages. As we withdraw up the levels, I provide what hope that I can. The infantry breaks, but the Citadel and Fountain Guard will hold at the top of the city. I know not what dark thoughts fill their ruler's mind.
Go now and die in what way seems best to you.
All of Gondor's dooms collide this night. Do not let Denethor's curses seal your doom.
Look out! Nazgul!
We cannot go back!
Do not let that thing feed upon my people!
I have never fully tested my power against the Witch King of Angmar. Long has he led armies to war, and wide has his malice spread over the ages. He leads his Nazgul here to terrorize the city, and to try to break me. He will be difficult to defeat. He cannot die by the hand of man.
Begone from this place, creature of shadow!
Do you not know death when you face it, old man?
the horns of the Rohirrim. Tide turns. I must hurry. Faramir is in great peril. You must reach the 7th level. I shall meet you there. You must defend the future of Gondor. Together.
We have reached the 7th level and the Citadel. It is Denethor!
You are free of banishment. The steward of Gondor is no more, but his hall is under attack. The banner of Elendil is kept here. You must claim it. I have saved the steward Faramir, but I cannot save his father. His mind was consumed with malice long before this day. So passes Denethor, son of Ecthelion. So passes this age of Gondor. Thus is the havoc when a steward breaks his solemn bond with his people. Gondor shunned counsel and chose to dominate its subjects. Wise sons were sent to die in hopeless causes. Alliances faltered, hope withered. Armies were squandered, leaders lost. Gondor became his, but such is not the role of the land's steward. One does not rule, one leads. Through love for the people, through foresight of the future. In all of this, Denethor failed.
Beast! You shall not defile the kings of Gondor. Begone! This shall rally Gondor in this great time of need.
Corsair ships are coming, but Aragorn stands upon the prow. We shall carry the day yet.
Arise! Arise, riders of Theoden! Spears shall be shaken! Shields shall be splintered! A sword day! A red day! Ere the sun rises! Ride now! Ride now! Ride! Ride for ruin and the world's ending!
"6,000 spears ride to honor their ancient friendship with Gondor. 6,000 warriors hold their spears, knowing full well few will return to their homes. Remember well the charge of the Rohirrim, my friend, for you are about to become part of it. Save them on that field when you can. Each victory you win means another hearth burns warmer this winter." Long has the Dark Lord prepared for this war. His army is now trained to fight upon the open field. He armors them with the iron of Mordor and teaches them war with bow and spear. He seeks to break the power of men by crudely mimicking them in ways of war. But the heart of the orc is not brave by nature. Their iron armor is easily pounded into the clay. Their leaders bring wargs to bind this brittle force through fear and intimidation. It is them that you must now break. From the south, the Dark Lord calls great beasts. The Haradrim have long hated the men of Gondor. They bring their cruelty gladly. Theoden's heavy cavalry are no match for these creatures. Nothing that lives can withstand the Mumakil. You must fight them carefully, my friend, for I see you do contend with them.
I will kill you if you touch him. I am no man.
Eomer is trapped by the orcs! That orc creature rallies his force one final time!
Eomer is now King of Rohan! He must be saved! Hold, my friend! I come to your aid this time!
They are the Nazgûl, neither living nor dead. The will of Sauron holds them in this world. They came for Aragorn at Weathertop, but he drove them away. They pursued my friends until the power of Rivendell proved too great. They cannot die, and so they return to search, to wait, and to go to war. The remaining Nazgûl search the field for you. As a group, they once defeated you. I trust you learned. The hands of the king are healing hands. The return of the Dunedain shall heal Gondor. Faramir and Éowyn shall be restored by his hand. The spirit of man shall blossom again. Their doom is now sealed. Mordor's army is broken. I was fortunate. It went better than I hoped. But there is much yet to be done. But all always hinges upon what comes before. And what comes after depends upon who survives. You lived through this day. And for that, all will see better days ahead.
We have won! They are
I have claimed which is ours. She is ours. Our king is no more. But 8 others remain on this field. You fool. Now we end what began upon your rule long ago.
Or I shall finish what I should have done!
She barely lives.
What is this?
A Morgul blade. I was too late.
I shall not fail.
I am here.
You have rekindled hope in me. Let us face the days ahead, together.
My liege, how may I repay you?
You bow to no one.
How may this be answered, my lord?
We gather our full strength and march on the Black Gate.
The darkness is deepening. We suffered a defeat, yes, but behind the walls of Mordor, my enemy is regrouping.
There is no life in the void.
Of a king who faced death to buy time for a friend. Of the smallest of us changing the future of our world. Of the destruction of evil and the triumph of good. Of the departure of the elves from the history of man. Of how the Fellowship of the Ring, those eternally bound by friendship and love, began and ended. But those are not your story. Your tale has hardly begun.